Welcome to Geller Woodworking. I am Aaron, and today I want to talk to you about these right angle attachments for your drill. This one's a Festool, this one's a Milwaukee, and there's also a Dewalt that's very similar. So I want to dive in, talk about the differences, and show you how they compare. So the first thing is, what is a right angle attachment? So I'll show you the Festool one. You simply put it in here, pops in, gives you a 90-degree elbow. So why do you need this? You want to get in tight spots because if you compare this, you have this height, or this length rather, versus this length. And so when you want to, say, get into where a drawer box is, you're trying to fit this in there as opposed to this. And with this, again, you have that slim profile. So let's show how these mount. I just showed you guys already how this one works. You just pull back, and there's some ribs here, and it can twist. Now the newer one, you don't have to take it off to change it. It has a little clicking system. Now with this one, and again this one's a bit cheaper, you simply open the chuck. I'm going the wrong way, but there you go. Now it works. Now as you can see here, this one moves quite easily, and that's both a positive and a negative, and I'll talk about that in a moment. With this though, it won't move, and again, there's a positive and negative with that as well, and you can kind of again see that this one will stick in further. For me, where this is a strength is, let's say I want to go underneath something. Again, this will stay. 1 second here. I will say this is a little finicky. It's not terrible, but a little finicky. So I can put it into, say, a drawer like this and drive it upward. However, with this one right here, if I can't get my hand in there to stabilize it, then it won't work. In terms of pricing, I think I paid about $25 or $30 for it. This came with the kit. I think if you get it alone and you have to have a Festool for it, you're probably around $100. So the question is this worth $3, $4, even more for the same thing, or is it the same? One of the things that I'm not as big a fan with this, aside from it not being fixed, is this can only take that 1/4 inch shank. This can take the 1/4 inch shank. It can take the regular Jacob's chuck. Down there real quick. This. Or we can use Festool's proprietary Central Tech system as well. So you can excuse me, use different chucks with this. Again, this is only one. I do like the fact that this has a grip to it, so when you're driving, you can hold that down. So that is helpful. What's going on here? Move it. Okay. Sorry, it moves around so much it's hard to know if it's actually in. So you can hold it quite tight. Obviously, with this right here, you don't have that level of grip, but I do find that you're able to hold this more solidly. And again, you hold the CXS like this. So you've got a really great grip on it. Both of them, you have a good grip. I would say, given that this is smaller, sleeker, shorter, take the different chucks, I prefer this one more. That being said, I think this is still handy to have around. Let's take a moment and see how they actually drive. All right, so we're going to do this one first. And do that one-handed. Take it out. And again, that's one thing is you just pop it right off. I'm just going to connect it again. So now, let's drive it. So is it magnetic? I'm not sure. And the other one's magnetic, so okay, we'll drive this one. Okay, I mean, it works. I think it's a bit clunkier. I don't really care to have my hands so far back. So either of these will get the job done. I do find this to be a little bit easier control. especially because you have your hand so much further. And if we went with this way, it's even more back. Let's take a look here. We can compare two. So let's see. So you can maybe see here, your hand's a lot further out compared to this. Also, the way this is a bit lighter, so it's much easier to hold it, because when you are trying to drive a screw and this is extended forward, just the way the physics work, you're going to have a lot less balance with this one. Where this one, you can exert a lot more control. So all in all, they both get the job done. I think this does a better job though. I started with this and it allowed me to get in those tight spaces. That being said, once I got this set up, I wasn't using this anymore. There wasn't a point. Will I get rid of it? I don't think so. I think it can still be useful, especially if you need a little more reach. But again, because it's not fixed, it's not as useful for me. So I would say if you don't have anything at all, this is definitely great to start out with. If you're thinking about getting the Festool, I think this retails around $325 now. It was a little cheaper when I got it. But if you can, I would highly recommend the system. It was one of those things that no matter who I asked, they all said that this is worth it. Some of the Festool items people can disagree about. I know some of the miter saw people go back and forth on, but I had not met anyone who thought that this was not a good driver. So I do another video about this. I'm not sure how to link things yet on YouTube. I'm still getting this all figured out, but I'll leave a link below so you can see my little review on this. It's a really awesome little driver. Just a lot of finesse to it. So check out that review. And again, thank you so much for watching. If you can, like and subscribe so you can see more videos. And be sure to leave a comment. Talk to you guys soon.